Exclusive. Tottenham deal collapses after renewed talks to land Connor. Speaking to the new edition of Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, transfer correspondent Pete O'Rourke revealed that Chelsea now want to keep the England international for the rest of the season despite recent talks between the clubs. A trusted source has told Football Insider that Gallagher's long-term future at Stamford Bridge is up in the air, which could open the door for Spurs to look for another new midfielder. Chelsea are now expected to launch a bid for the fearless striker. Antonio Nusa, who is just 18 years old, is an interesting young player who has been linked with the Blues recently. Journalist Ben Jacobs recently claimed via Substack that Chelsea board members have been discussing internally Brugge teenager Nusa as a potential target. Apparently, Chelsea could make an offer to get Nusa in the summer. On paper, Nusa's profile fits perfectly with this strategy under Chelsea ownership. This Bruges left-winger has high speed and skill. He has also become a senior international player for Norway. Chelsea fans will now be increasingly used to the club targeting all these new stars for the future. In fact, the average age of the squad continues to decline with each window. The manager suggested Chelsea would have to spend a lot of money to sign the 26-year-old player. Kyle Walker-Peters surprised many by staying at St Mary's this season and trying to help Southampton on their way back to the Premier League. The versatile defender, who can play in any wing-back position, has great experience at the top level. It is no surprise that he has been a key player this year for a Southampton side, who sit third in the Championship. Southampton boss Martin has provided the latest on Walker-Peters by claiming there is no talk of him leaving this month despite certain transfer rumours. Martin said, "I talked to Kyle. I also know the agent very well. There has been no talk at all about him wanting to leave. He's in a good place. I think he enjoyed himself. It would take a lot of money to award it." Karim Benzema has reportedly made a decision on his future, amid rumours linking him with a move away from Saudi Arabia. There has been a lot of transfer speculation regarding Chelsea over the last few months, as many believe that the new striker will also move to Stamford Bridge at some point in this transfer window. Several big names have been linked with a move to London, and so has Karim Benzema. However, according to L'Equipe, the striker is expected to remain in Saudi Arabia. Amidst all the speculation and rumours, Emmanuel Petit has warned clubs like Chelsea about trying to reach a deal for the Frenchman. Speaking to Compare, Emmanuel Petit said, "How much is Benzema worth? Do you know how much Benzema earns in Saudi? I don't think any English club could offer him the same amount of money. It is Benzema's choice if he comes back, but after winning everything with Real Madrid and being 34 years old, I don't think he will want to come to the Premier League. It's very difficult mentally. This is not La Liga." Chelsea are willing to end their 14-year relationship with Armando Broja for £50 million. Armando Broja's long-term future at Chelsea is under serious threat. The player has not performed optimally, which has made the Blues look for other alternatives. Players like Conor Gallagher and Armando Broja fall into this category because the potential sales of these players can be recorded as pure profit. Chelsea must be aware of the profitability and sustainability rules and have put a £50M price tag on Armando Broja as per Sky Sports. Fulham and Wolves are among the parties interested in securing Broja's services. The club's decision to set a £50 million price tag on Broja was a strategic move. The valuation not only positions Broja as an asset with significant market value, but also aligns with Chelsea's wider efforts to ensure fiscal responsibility in the current football landscape. The potential departure of the Berkshire-born striker could contribute to Chelsea's financial stability, while offering him the opportunity to continue his career with a fresh start at the club. Inter Milan really likes Trevoh Chalobah as a potential transfer target. Trevoh Chalobah has been a forgotten man at Chelsea, as he has not played a single minute this season due to injury. Will the 24-year-old defender still be at Stamford Bridge when the January window closes? Speaking on the Asai Phillips Talks Chelsea podcast this week, Vincent reported that Italian giants Inter Milan are long-time admirers of Chalobah. They have not ruled out the possibility of signing the Blues centre-back. Apparently, Chelsea are happy to offload the academy graduate if anyone meets their asking price of £35 million, Vincent said. Fulham are interested, and they have already asked about him. I also heard that Inter Milan is still interested, and they have been interested for a long time. I spoke to someone at Stamford Bridge after the Fulham win, and they said Inter Milan still really like him and wouldn't rule him out. Chelsea is very happy to get a decent fee. They will ask for around £35 million. Chelsea target trying to prove the Blues should spend big on him. Victor Gyokeres was in superb form again for Sporting, scoring twice in the win against Vizela. The striker has now scored 22 goals and 10 assists in 25 appearances for the Lions, having had a very impressive first season at the Lisbon club. Speaking about Gyokeres' performance, Nuno Encarnação claimed the striker played so well because he had 15 days to prove to Chelsea that they should pay the remaining €15 million. Encarnação was referring to recent claims that the Blues offered €85 million for the player, which is €15 million below Sporting's release clause. After the match, Gyokeres was even asked about Chelsea's interest in him, and admitted he was completely focused on his season with the Lions. Sporting were determined not to sell him mid-season, and would not let him leave for less than €100 million. So we'll see if this performance will actually convince Chelsea to guarantee his signing now, as the potential for a summer showdown would be huge. Sporting reportedly rejected the offer with his release clause reaching £86 million. Asked about Chelsea's interest, Gyokeres insisted he was completely focused on Sporting and not thinking about his next move. He said, "I don't think anything about it. I'm here and we have an important game to play. I'm focused on that. There's a lot of talk on social media and elsewhere, but I don't focus on that and don't think about anything else. I'm here now. I am 100% focused on this and the club." Discussing the offer submitted by Chelsea, Sporting boss Ruben Amorim insisted it was not enough to tempt the club into doing business. Amorim said this week, "I don't know. I didn't even ask Director of Football Hugo Viana. Obviously, I was informed of the news. As soon as they said €85 million, I thought, that's not enough. The price is just €100 million. I'm not worried." Chelsea have responded after Sporting CP informed them of their asking price for Ousmane Diomande. The Blues are targeting the 20-year-old centre-back, but it looks like no move will be made at least in this transfer window. Sporting have told interested parties that acquiring Diomande this month requires fulfilling his £69M release clause. Chelsea are hesitant to pay such a large fee at the moment, Football London reports. Therefore, any move will not materialise until the summer, when Sporting may be more open to offers and negotiations. In terms of potential incoming transfers, Chelsea's activity appears limited following their spending spree in last summer's transfer window. However, it is expected that several Chelsea players will leave this month, either via loan deals or permanently, as they look to ease their salary burden.